Alright, time to get some stuff done. Do I have room on the drive? Oh, shoot, I actually don't. Okay, let's just go to the recycling bin real quick. That'll free up enough space for me to stream. Alright. And I take care of some more edits in the morning. That's fine. And get my phone on the charger. Okay. What are we testing today? Quite a few things, actually, for this one file. Okay, that is actually an issue right off from the get-go. Why? Okay, no, it did turn up. Alright, cool. Cool. Alright, let's do a test run of this. I gotta make sure I don't blow my own freaking ears out when I do this. Let's see, hearing volume restriction, no. Oh, I can't set it as client. Oh, that sucks. Volume. Biscuits. Oh, right, because my controls did reset today. All right, hold up. So if we do volume. Yeah, okay. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna need that done. Add-on options. Let's put that down to 60. I think that'll be viable. Do I have access to Zeus? Yes. No. Wait, what? Oh, no, it's because I didn't put a respawn module down with everything. That's fine. Hey, Tsunami Wave, how you doing? We're just gonna do some late night dev streaming. Gonna get ahead on a mission file I wanted to do for next week because I got inspired by some 40k RP stuff. Why does Armor like to reset controls? It's simple, because when you boot up a CDLC, it resets your controls until you boot up a game without CDLC, and then it resets your controls because they deal with different inputs or something. I don't freaking know. That's what I think I've tracked it down to, but who the heck knows, you know? Because Arma. Yeah, I mean, that's a good answer for it. Okay. Am I hearing clicking? Ooh, that is nice. But no, where's the TFAR global settings? Yes, that is on. Okay, let's turn that off real quick. I'm just literally, every little thing I find, we're gonna immediately fix. Because I'm going through my checklist. Global object terrain coefficient. Yeah. That fixes the annoying clicking. Alright, so I'm basically gonna do this op concept and go from there. We'll see how things go. Yeah, righto, Spiky. I know. Oh, how's Platts, by the way? Why am I still hearing it? was a glitch with their footsteps then, but, I mean, still caught it, which is good. Do I have access to Zeus? Alright, let's look at the garrisons. Why am I seeing a bunch of movement? Okay, that's not good. Everything else at least staying static? Good. Okay, well, let's go and fix that real quick. Yeah, it's working. Alright, so if all of those went mobile, that means I didn't check off their pathing coefficient. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's set them all to perma stand, and let's do, yep, that's why. And then for this garrison in here, it should be the same resolve. We don't want to double click that because that does not affect them. We want to do another standing path. All right. Cool. He's good? That's good. I haven't heard from him in a hot second, so I was just asking. Yeah, that clicking's gonna be annoying, but that's fine. Let's see. Let's go ahead and set these up. Say, hypothetically... How full are these, by the way? Yeah, they're not even full. Excellent. All right. Just see if I can catch them in transit. Yeah, perfect. That's funny. Okay, so few little things I'm gonna have to disable, which is fine. That pod just came in. I mean, they're unpredictable, which makes sense. And yeah, they're still falling. Excellent. And I think that's affected locally. All right, cool. Let me go ahead. Get this going. Just for the sake of a test. Can I not order them to, There we go. I want a diamond. I'm gonna just skip the order. Because we're not testing that feature. I just want them in the damn pod. Lovely. Yeah, I could put the custom inventory in there as well. For munitions and supplies, that would make sense. Oh my god. Well, that woke us all up. Ow. I'm so sorry if that was loud. See, at least you guys have the noise gate. I don't. Does it get all of them out, or? Whew. No, it does not. That's fine. Why is it not getting the AI out? That's annoying.
Copy that. Cannot comply.
Oh, they're stuck in there. Lamau. All right, well. It's fine. Oh, won't let me copy them either. That's awkward. All right, well. That's funny. Well, we know it's buggy with AI now. That's for sure. I would argue the Sim's disabled on it. Oh, great. Well. Oh, look, the welcome wagon. Well, I was hoping I'd have, like, a full squad so I could, like, shoot back and forth, but I guess not. I'm not going to be afforded such luxury. Well, there's plenty of open ground. There's a lot of fire coming in from every single direction. And I've gone down. All right.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, so when the AI does it, they can dismount. Okay.
Attack that rifle.
I see how it is.
3, fire at the officers.
Let's get rid of the chimeras and that frontmost autocannon, Vic. Whew. Okay, let's get rid of the 4 autocannons up there. I want that position to be a little more discreet, and I think that's too much firepower for this small of a space. That also means when they blow up, they won't cook everything off immediately. Let's get rid of that. Let's delete you as a plasma gunner and instead put this autocannon on the other side. Balance-wise, that should be better. But I think out of everything, I shouldn't lower it anymore. This is a one-life op. But, you know, at the same time, I want to make it a little bit balanced. I don't want to tear apart, like, you know, 5 or 6 people in the start. That would be a little nasty.
On the way. On the way.
Oh, I forgot to fix that. Oh, well. We'll keep it for now. I got the bulldozes, some of those other textures. That's fine. I don't mind them blowing up mid-mission, but yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? I mean, everything appears to be firing back and forth here. Oh, he's unconscious. Woo! That is nasty. All right. A few things I want to adjust. One, the few things in the town. AI unconsciousness. So let me go ahead and set these up here. Let's see. It's also being an issue for that texture and that texture. What was I doing? Okay, yes, and then unconsciousness. I want to disable for the enemy because Space Marines are really annoying to double tap. Why is it set to... It's weird. Might just be an Eden thing. I don't know. Yeah, right, no problem. So, fun fact, I was actually supposed to host tonight for the 506. I didn't realize it. Cherry wanted to start his things next week. And I'm like, oh, whoops. Give people a week to download a mod set. And I'm like, they don't need a week, man. They're going to do it last second like always. But, you know, c'est la vie. God, and the lighting, blue looks green. That throws me off a little bit. But here, hypothetically, if we had...
Understood? On the way.
Yeah. That's more like it. I mean, the combi blasters are going to have to focus on those things, but... Wow, that's messy. But more aligned with how I want this operation to go down. Alright. Oh, that's fine. That's just a Volkite issue. Alright, a few other things I want to test is... Yeah, they appear sufficiently able to kill each other. That's all I really need there. All right. Now, the really fun one, which I'm doing as a small little side thing.
Waiting. Ready. Waiting. Standing by. Ready for orders. Awaiting orders.
Yeah, the AI always struggle to find the hitboxes of those things, but yeah, it does what I want. The aggro range for them shooting is really, really high, though, so I can have a lot of those off on the corner while the tail end of the fighting's going on. That'll naturally draw them in. So that's good. And then the last thing I want to do is just watch these guys shoot each other and see what happens. Yeah, that's about what I want. Good. Okay. Yeah, so I think everything's covered for what I'd want in this type of scenario. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I like that. All right. So all in all, probably like an hour, hour and a half. I mean, there's not really any other ways I can detail this without getting into rocks, and I want to do rocks, because rocks make everything so messy. What I could potentially do, though, is add a few more of these textures on the side, and just lower them into small little berms. I think putting those on the outside would be a little helpful, but we have something like this, and then I lower it to the point that only the little rock like that is above. So that can form a little bit of extra, you know, some random rocks out there. Because again, you don't really want to use rocks in Arma 3 because they're very high in the polygon count. So you just want to be, like, incredibly mindful of that. So I can build a little bit of an outskirt perimeter fence here. I think the one thing I still would like to test, though, on a multiplayer setting is making sure that these are properly set up. I have on a backup just in case, set object scale command applied to them directly, but I also have them all attached to my little fun box right here to bypass the issue of them having simulation. If they're attached, usually that fits the other thing. But otherwise, yeah, no, that should be good. Frames were good. Combat-wise was good. I was getting a script error for a smoke thing, but I know about that. That's not an issue. So overall, yeah, no, I'm kind of happy with that. Just going to have a lot of different types of enemies here. But yeah, no, this is for next Wednesday, since I'm back in the 40K mood. But I think everything else here was good for what I wanted. Yeah, no, it should be good. Cool. All right, now we got to go work on tomorrow's POG mission. So let me go ahead and get that booted up real quick. So fire up their mod set, fire up their templates, and then import all that properly, you know. I'm thinking about also using their mission to test another concept I have that I want to do for a few missions going forward, but I think POG would be a good test for this one. What is a POG? POG is a community I Zeus for every Thursday. So we just call them POG Ops. Patchwork Operative Group. That's what they're officially called, but they shorten it to POG. And we make Poggers jokes about them all the time. It's gonna be some sort of evacuation style operation. I'm gonna have them evacuate. Yeah, I know, right? Sounds pretty Poggers. Damn right. I'm going to have them evacuate a bunch of stuff off of an airfield. So I'm thinking, how am I going to do that? Well, to make that work, we're going to have to do quite a few different things. I'm just debating how I want to set this up. But I think I have a rough idea, like a good rough idea of what I want to do. Ah, look, RHS is going to give me that welcome to our mod because we think you're a new person. Yeah, I love that. Hey, Swiggity. If all 4 of those players liked what you did, you are a better Zeus than me. In, what's the proper term? In terms of statistics. A good Zeus is someone that can make a mission that all the players enjoyed playing, regardless of what any viewer or spectator cares for. So if your dudes had fun, by all means, I would consider you a good, if not great, Zeus. As long as your players had fun. That's really it. I never have 100% of my player base have fun. Oh god, no. Like, that's impossible to do beyond, like, 20 people. Hell, even, I'd say beyond 12 or 15. Usually past that point, there's always someone that's like, oh, I didn't like my role because you gave me a sniper rifle and I wanted a scope that was slightly, give me a better range or a lesser. You always have that asshat. After the 15 player mark, you always have that one guy who just was like, I really wish I had this. And I'm like, why though? And I think of like, as I've done this for years and years, I'll give them like a historical reason of why they didn't have it, or a logical reason, or a, hey, I didn't want you to be too overpowered reason. They're just like, why though? And I'm like, cause you freaking, you're not supposed to. Ah! Mother frickin' fracky bruh. That's okay. Yeah, it shouldn't do anything with the unit stuff, but that's fine. I still have the roster. And I still have all the triggers. I mean, realistically, what did I need that for? I'm not worried. We don't need Santi. I did need the kits, though. Now, which airfield should they defend? Should they defend this one or the other one? This one has the advantage of having a lot of hills by it, so I can immediately spawn stuff right on top of them. Then again, they're going to be evacuating things to an airfield, so I can make it more small scale. Because an airfield, it's a very tough thing to defend with so many people. I think we would be better suited if we picked a smaller compound and had to evacuate materials from there. So what about a compound like this? We fortify up the corners. We maybe add a few not CCPs, what am I thinking? COPs around it. Something for, you know, up to 20 players to defend. Short scale it while air assets are ferrying stuff from here to the other airfield, which keeps them close by. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. And then I can use the mine as my debug corner. Yeah, no, that would be perfect. Awesome. Yeah, it's always good to do something like that, Zibisky. I agree. Zibsky, sorry. My bad. From what I found, like, I call it combat fatigue. But from what I usually found, people prefer operations to be around the 2-hour mark, but if it's a special event, people are willing to go up to like 6 hours to play something that crazy. But usually that's for like pre-signed up stuff. For most stuff, usually the upper limit for like events is 4 hours. But it all depends on your group, you know? No, I almost just saved over the template. That would have been funny. I just named these as a joke now, to be perfectly honest. So now we're gonna open stuff, and I'm gonna pull their template. The reason I'm template copying it from the new template is because I just don't want to accidentally miscopy anything from how I stretched it. And go from there. Ah, sweetie, what type of cider do you like drinking? Do you have any brands? Give me your brands, and I'll probably, if I know them, I'll know exactly what type of cider you like drinking. Because there's a difference. It's actually, it can get quite complex. Mead can get the same way, but I don't know as much about mead as I do cider. But cider and mead, I'm more of a sweet type of guy. I can't really do beers. The only beers I can do is Corona and Blue Moon. Everything else, especially what we have in America, like Bud Light, that stuff's literally just ass. Ugh. But people drink it because it's cheap. Yeah, piss water, exactly. Stick with your European beers. Yeah, no, I agree. You can't drink anymore, Broadshore? Why is that? Weston Vintage Cider. I've never heard of that one. Tell me about that one. Because what I've got right now at my house is I have a lot of Magners. I just bought a bunch. And I've got some stored away in a hidden compartment in my office. I think it's Merrifield. One second. Yeah, so it's a place in Idaho called Merriweather Cider Company. But they have a really good like semi-sweet. They call it Strong Arm semi-sweet. That one's great. But I hate over-sweetened ciders. I'll still drink them, mind you, but in my opinion, that's like the lowest tier you can go. And Broadshore, I am so sorry to hear about that, man. Really. That sucks. I know a few people that, you know, can't drink anymore, and I really feel for them, because whenever I have a bad day, nothing's better than just pounding a few brews and relaxing, you know? Instant heartburn after a pint or two? Oh, dude. Sucks, man. UK made your personal favorite? Nice. Yeah, it's really hard for us in the States to get anything imported here, cider-wise. A lot of it's domestic. We have some really good domestic cideries here, though. There's one, because I live in Northern Virginia, there's one in Leesburg. I think it's the White Hare Cidery. They've got one called Liquid Gold, and the flavor profile is, I think, the most ridiculous thing I've ever drank. Like, you could have a cocktail have less of a flavor profile than that damn cider. It literally goes through 3 different flavors and then has another flavor in the aftertaste. And the whole experience of sipping the damn thing is like 15 seconds. Like, you need to keep that thing in your mouth for 15 seconds before you swallow. Like, taken out of context, that sounds really bad, but it's really good. Like, they keep winning local awards for that damn thing, and I'm not surprised. I mean, it's a good one. Whew. Give me 1 second. I gotta make a reply to someone. Sorry for the dead air. Gotta get this reply out. I'll explain what it is in a second. Okay, sorry. So, there's something I do on the side, which is something originally from the 700KD, and it's a Warhammer 40K D&D campaign. And we have our session Sundays. We just got back in it after a long hiatus. And we brought in some new people, and they're also being active. So what we like to do is in between the sessions, we have some in-character channels where we continue to talk and scheme over the next things. And I am a sucker for character development, like an absolute sucker. And I finally, with some of these new people, have the ability to develop more of that stuff, because that is my escapism. You know, people, you know, drink or watch TV, anime. Bloodwings, for example, is anime. That one I can assure you. But mine is just to dive right into my own crazy, twisted fantasies and act them out. So yeah, little about me there. I'm just trying to think, what am I going to do here? We got these vehicles. I might... I think we'll have one here. I'll put a few more on the runway. And I can also put some local defense forces here. Yeah, no, that should be good. Let me just pull these back a little bit. Homebrew with the storyline? Yeah, I feel that, Broadshore. I feel that. If I ever get a chance to go to UK, I'll try to remember to get some cider. Yeah, no, if I ever go to the UK, that's one of the things I want to do, is go to a bunch of cideries. No, it's funny. So, in Virginia, the only place you can really get cider from is, either, you know, you go out to a pub, but if you want to, like, drink it at home, you have to go to, a place that, how do I put this? Virginia is unique because it, you know, for harder liquors, it sells them out of their own, like, ABC stores where they can directly manage, you know, the liquor itself, so they can, you know, tax it and whatnot. But they offset wine and beer to third parties, and one of the more prominent ones around here is a group called Total Wine and More. And they're just wine and beer, but they also have the ciders. So they also sell them in keg form. and they got a shipment a few days ago for some half kegs of Magners. So I went out and saw them because mathematically, that's like the cheapest cider I can get for the price, because they, for whatever reason, actually charge the same price between Magners and a lot of the premium domestic brands. The regular domestic brands are the cheapest, but that's your stuff like Bold Rock, which is, you know, sweetened after, which, it's too sweet for my taste, to be perfectly honest. I'll drink it, but it's not my favorite. But you can get like 165 12-ounce drinks of Magners for $230, which is literally like less than $1 a drink when you consider the size of that thing. So I'm like, all right, hell yeah, I really want to get something like that. The issue is the size of that thing. I mean, that's 165 12-ounce drinks in there. So it's big. So one of the things when Bloodwing and I were looking for houses, one of the houses we went and saw had a standing, you know, those really big fridges that you have to open from the top. There was like an Asian family that had it, and we called it a kimchi fridge. But I think it's called a standing fridge. So now one of the investments I want to make is for that standing fridge, because I want to put my half keg of Magners in that thing. Bloodwing says I'm not allowed to be an alcoholic, though. But hey, you know, I'd love to have a few parties where I just go in the back. I'm like, here, come over here. Come over here. All you people that I like because you drink cider. Come over here. And then just, you know, pull the keg up. And then just have, like, pour literally, like, a pint of Magners and just have that there and just, like, pour people drinks with it. That'd be nice. It's one of those things, like, I'm the type of guy where I save a lot of my money just so I can do really dumb shit with it here and there. Go on a vacation, like, once every 6 months, you know, for a few days, or maybe for a year, you know, go on a week vacation or a 2-week one somewhere nice. But otherwise, the only times I really indulge myself is restaurants. But anything else, like, I don't go partying, I don't frickin' buy a lot of random small crap. No, I save my money for individual dumb purchases. Like a half keg of Magners. Oh my god. That would be great. Why'd I type 3130? There we go. Oh my. Am I losing my mind? No, it is that. Okay. So what's the difference? Like, are you pure cargo? You're pure cargo. That's why. No, I want, I'll take a pure cargo one. And then I need one that's like a transport. I just don't think I'm gonna get that. Actually, no, Cup should have one that's like pure transport. No, yeah, perfect. And then I'll identify like which one's which. And then they'll have to, like, you know, take off. Yeah, I see this building being an issue. So I'm just going to delete it. So the op is going to be simple. Player base is going to spawn down here. Down here, I'm going to have a shit ton of ammo crates and random personnel that are cable tied. Air is going to have to work on evacing all of that to these planes. And while they're doing that, Pog is defending this position. Pog is the player base name. So that'll be like their timer. So however long it takes Air to get all of that there on the planes is however long the op takes. So it's a test run for a branch of missions that I want to start creating called evac missions. Because I'm a little bored of some of the other concepts I do that are a little more on the generic side. If I ever buy a freaking barrel of alcohol, it is going to be a barrel of mead. or cider. I will never buy a barrel of beer because I will get bored of that so bad. I completely forgot what I was doing in here. Oh yeah, ace options. Cargo space. 500. 5,000. Yeah, easy. Is this an inventory item? It is. Alright, I need like a non. Oh, that's perfect. And then I can make that a loadable item. Yes. Oh, that's funny. Barrels for fuel, and then a box. I need to put something ridiculous in the box. What do we got? I love mead. Absolutely love honey wine. I just get really pissy when I find a honey wine that adds the honey after the fermentation process, because a true mead has the honey in the fermentation process. You always know because it always tastes sweeter than it should. You should always have, you know, a nice... the sweetness should be like an afterthought, you know, an aftertaste. It shouldn't be like the first thing you hit. The first thing you hit should be the fermentation. And that's the sweetness that then balances with the pungence and smooths it all out. Because let's be honest, if they, you know, sweeten it afterwards with something, then that just increases the sugar count, which means you're more likely to get diabetes drinking all that stuff, you know? That's why I hate Bold Rock, for example. Super sweet. Okay, no. Let's Control-Shift-I this. But no, one of these days, I swear to God, if I ever show my face, I'm gonna just grab, like, anyone that's in the States that's been with me for a while. I'm just gonna have a random party at my house. It's gonna be called the Liru Doxing Party. And we're just gonna have fun and, like, I don't fucking know. I'm really boring. I have board games. I have booze. I have Netflix. Yeah. A Jameson IV drip, what, the whiskey? I'm more of a Johnny Walker guy when it comes to whiskeys. I prefer Black Label over Blue Label. Which is weird saying that. People gasp at me when I say that, but I just... Blue Label to my taste buds just doesn't taste as it's worth. I prefer... Black Label... I would rather have Macallan over Blue Label. Like the really good Macallans. The rare cask or the 25-year, for example. Again, I don't mind Blue Label, but just... hasn't been my taste. Magic Words, board games, and booze. Hell yeah. Just never play poker with Bloodwing. She is a card shark, and it is so funny to watch her clean house. Anyway, I'm getting distracted here. What is Zoodonim? I don't even know. I don't know what it is. I don't want to know. I'm just gonna... I'm literally just gonna make random boxes of stuff. Banana fog milk, elastic, furry liberate, Master Miller survival, rules of... God, I love this mod. It's like, hey, we need to load, like, everything. Okay. I'm trying to think what else. By default, what's the average cargo? I think it's 2 for the average cargo space. Yeah. So they can load up like 4 things at a time. It's an OTC drug? I see. So it's a naughty thing. The sweet honey is the same thing that Dark Elves bartender in Riften Skyrim said. God, I have not played Skyrim in years. I mean, it makes sense, right? Because isn't Riften is the town on the bottom right? That's the Thieves Guild town. That's also where you burn down the honey beehives for Honeybrew mead for the Thieves Guild questline. You're only supposed to burn down one, otherwise get yelled at. So yeah, of course the bartender there would also know about mead, right? Duh. But no, I'm... How do I put this? I would consider myself a bit of a snob when it comes to my alcohol because that's one of the few things that I consider a hobby, but I don't actually drink that much, which Bloodwind always yells at me for, but that's because the times I do drink too much. Yeah, the after effects are interesting, but yeah, no, I haven't. I mean, compared to today, the last time I drank was for some drunk streams for Friday Night Fights, like literally over a month ago. So I drink once in a while, but I have recipes, actually. So, funny enough, I have the Skyrim cookbook, and there's recipes to make all the different meads, and I want to try it one day. I have all the stuff to do it, I just actually never got around to it. I need to get back into that. I was going to make a video about it just for the hell of it. Remember the Taiwan op? Yeah, the Chinese Special Forces that came to my house told me not to bring it up, so, what? China #1, what are you talking about? Sweet rolls they're pretty good. I lessened the sweetness of mine a little bit just so you could get the, you know, the flaky flavor of the bread to balance with the sweetness a bit more, but it's also, you know, meant to be soaked in sweet, which is why. One second. One second. Cool. Again, just some stuff on the side. Well, Rhodesian, I appreciate you saying that, but if you have to get up early... this is why I try to never leave work for myself in the morning, because I always oversleep. I always freaking oversleep. And I hate it. So the lesson there is always get stuff done before you go to bed, otherwise... But if you're that type of person that can wake up and do it, I applaud you, because I am not. But if you gotta go to bed, you gotta go to bed, man. Or just, you know, take the day, down a frickin' coffee, and go nuts. Whatever will keep you going. Punishment, yeah. Yeah? Bloodwind was in a mood a few nights ago. Yeah, that was a very... just a reminder that Liru's a masochist. Anyway, alright, what else can we put in here? Mark II airstrike button. Functional and defunct. That scares me. So their previous campaign was about taking over Pakistan, and now they want to abandon that. So now they're leaving Pakistan with all of the stuff. So it's just an escape thing. It'll transition to another campaign. Patchwork, who leads the group, told me he wanted this to be like a campaign, but I'm only going to give him like 2 missions. Because I'm out of ideas for this map. Because it's been played so many times in so many places, and I'm just like, you know, I don't know what else to do with it. Fucking just creative iPhones. Resell on the Chinese market. Is it masochism if you like yandres? No, because a yandere wouldn't dom you. A yandere is just very overprotective. If you like yandres, it just means you like to be mothered in a way. And that's a whole different type of fetish. I mean, it does depend on the yandere, to be fair, but, you know, gotta keep that in mind. And yes, I am playing the Payday 2. It's not the loading screen, it's the setup screen for the heist. Because I've always found it to be a nice thing to listen to in the background, help you, like, set up. So I just realized these all need to be, like, near the chopper. So if anything, we actually don't want to do camo nets. We want the chopper to be landing close by to these things. So it's okay. Accidental double click. I mean, I agree it does depend on the type of yandere, but it's all subjective. It's all freaking subjective. Yeah, this should keep air busy for a very long while. Just gotta keep in mind that, you know, they can't spawn super duper close to the buildings and stuff because it will hurt them, but they can't drag everything around, so, you know. I gotta look up to see if there's a difference I can make within the loading coefficients or whatnot. Yeah, no, I need some gold. Are you sure this isn't a CIA op? Yeah, right? You'd think. I'm gonna change that barracks building. I want it to be something I can actually put people in. Okay.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
You know, I know the perfect thing to do as well, and it's gonna be so stupid, but you know what? It's gonna be hilarious. Checking something real quick. Oh. Oh, that's why. I didn't even notice. So I was DMing someone. Okay, this is so, again. Side note, I'm in a D&D campaign on the side. It's been going for a while. We just had a massive break. For like a month, no, like 2 or 3 months. And now it's starting back up again. And I was in a side DM with one of the other characters talking over stuff. And then he mentioned, like, the main guy was back. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's his reason to leave. And I checked the main chat channel. I was like, no, okay, wait, shit. Like, they're actually doing something on the side right now. But it's in character for me to miss it because I'm busy dealing with something else at the moment. But still, that's pretty funny. Like, oh, wait, no, he's actually interesting. Okay. All right. Now, this is going to get cursed very, very quickly. So, yeah, okay, not with that head. All right, not, can we, like, give me a second. All right, hold on one second. I need to, do we have a female head here? Give me a second. Is Liru a turtle in the D&D campaign? No. No, I am not the turtle. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Yuno, by the way, Bloodwind can do a very good Yuki impression as, you know, in Yuno's voice. And it's really, really creepy. There's something else I want to add to it. I just decided, no, I'm not going to add it. Because just in case she ever sees this VOD, it's not worth it. What is this face? Oh my god. That is a face. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. That's, yep. Yep. Okay. Welcome to the memes. Don't get lost in the sauce. The hell is Harrington? You know what? I don't want to know. Okay, why do I need that? It's really, really simple, okay? For Pog Fashion, the best way to get all of this going is to say we have an op to evac the cat girls, alright? That is definitely up. It's definitely up Pog's alley, alright? Is to evac all of the cat girls, alright? That is their mission. Alright, let's hope they're good at it, because if they're not, then they're in a lot of trouble, alright? It is to eat. God, I've really sunken low, haven't I? This is what my Zeusing is now. This is what how far we have fallen. Awesome. Awesome. Alright. Well, the local chat's heating up, actually. I think I need to attend to that instead. So here's the deal, guys. What I need to do for the remaining thing is set up their arsenals, set up this if I need any resupply, set up a few outside areas for stuff. I need to figure out what they did with their respawn point, change it accordingly. And then set up some government stuff on the airfield, but then that's it. So, yeah, overall, it's pretty good. But thanks so much for chilling with me tonight, guys. I always love talking with you about whatever comes to our minds. Go operate operationally. Cheers, and I will see you tomorrow for OFCRA, this op, and TMTM on the ground.